It was 7:13 a.m. when Adam Keller stumbled into the kitchen, still rubbing sleep from his eyes. The house felt quiet in a way it never was. The smell of fresh coffee didn't greet him like it always did. The sound of Emily humming while brushing her hair wasn't there either. Just silence. "Em," he called out, poking his head into the bedroom. The bed was made. Her side looked untouched. He blinked. That was odd. Emily always slept in, especially on weekends. He glanced at his phone. No text, no missed calls. Just an empty inbox and an increasing knot in his stomach. He called her. Straight to voicemail. Then again. Nothing. By 8 a.m., Adam was pacing the kitchen like a caged animal, calling her friends, her mom, even her yoga instructor. No one had seen her. No one had heard from her. By 8:42 a.m., he grabbed his keys with trembling hands and drove straight to the police station. "Name?" The officer at the front desk asked without looking up. "Adam Keller. I need to report someone missing. My wife, Emily Keller. She never came home last night and her phone's dead and she always texts me. She wouldn't just disappear like this." The officer looked up, his brow furrowing slightly. Then, without a word, he typed something into his system. His face shifted from casual to something more alert. "Sir. What's your wife's full name again?" "Emily Jane Keller. 31. Brown hair. She was wearing a blue blouse last night, I think. She went out for drinks with her friend, Jenna." The officer's fingers froze. His eyes stayed glued to the screen for a beat too long. "Wait here," he said quietly, then walked briskly to the back room. Minutes later, 2 detectives came out. One of them, a stern woman with graying hair, gestured for Adam to follow them. They led him into a small interview room. Cold. Windowless. Just a table and 3 chairs. "Mr. Keller," the woman said, sitting across from him. "I'm Detective Harris. This is Detective Nguyen. I need you to think carefully. When was the last time you saw your wife?" "Yesterday morning. Before I left for work." "You didn't see her last night?" "No. She said she was going out with her friend Jenna. She never came home." Detective Harris leaned forward. "Mr. Keller. Are you sure about that?" Adam blinked. "What? Course I'm sure. Why would you even ask that?" She glanced at her partner, then slid a tablet across the table. A still image appeared on the screen. Hotel security footage. Grainy but clear enough. It showed Emily entering the lobby of a hotel at 10:07 p.m. with Adam. Same haircut. Same jacket. Same damn face. Adam recoiled. "What is this? That's not me. I was at home." The detectives said nothing. Just stared. "You think Well, I came here to find my wife. Not defend myself." Detective Nguyen finally spoke. "Mr. Keller, Emily's body was found in that hotel room. Early this morning. Blunt force trauma to the head. No sign of forced entry. No struggle. She was found beside someone's jacket." "Your jacket?" Adam's mouth went dry. He felt his world tilt beneath him. "This is a mistake," he whispered. "I didn't kill my wife." Over the next 2 hours, Adam was interrogated like a suspect. His alibi. He'd fallen asleep watching TV alone. No text, no calls. Nothing to prove where he was. The more he spoke, the worse it looked. By noon, he was released under pending investigation due to lack of physical evidence, but the look in the detective's eyes was clear. They believed he did it. He drove home in a daze, the house now a tomb of memories. Every room echoed with her voice. Every photo was a punch to the gut. He sat on the couch, staring at the TV, not even turning it on. Then something caught his eye. The hallway camera. A cheap little motion-activated device he'd installed last month after Emily got spooked by a strange neighbor. He rushed to the app on his phone, fingers trembling. Pulled up the feed. Nothing unusual. Until 9:52 p.m. There she was, Emily, coming through the door. Alone. Talking to someone over her shoulder. Then a shadow passed behind her. Will. Or height. Same build as Adam. But it wasn't him. The camera caught only half the face. But it was enough. And Adam froze. Because the man on the footage looked exactly like him. Adam sat frozen. His phone gripped tight in his hands, heart pounding louder than the silence around him. The grainy hallway camera footage showed what should have been impossible. A man who looked just like him walking into the house behind Emily. He replayed it. Again. And again. Same jawline. Same height. Same posture. But something was off. Slight differences. Sharper nose. Stiffer walk. The way the man moved. It was deliberate. Calculated. Adam rewound the footage, watching as Emily laughed over her shoulder at the man. They were comfortable. Familiar. She wasn't afraid of him. That was the worst part. She knew him. Adam stumbled back into the couch, suddenly short of breath. This wasn't just a setup. It was personal. Someone had walked into his home, into his life, and led Emily to her death, wearing his face like a mask. He needed answers. The next morning, Adam drove to his childhood home on the outskirts of town, a place he hadn't been in years. His parents had passed away a decade earlier, and the house had sat unsold ever since. He hadn't wanted to sell it. Deep down, he always knew he'd come back here. Just never like this. Dust coated every surface inside. Old photographs lined the walls, most of them faded. But there was one picture that had always stood out. It was from when Adam was 4. Him standing in the yard, holding hands with another boy. Same age. Smile. Same everything. His twin. Nathan. But Nathan died when they were 8. That's what they'd all been told. What Adam had believed his entire life. Drowned in a lake during a family picnic. There had been a funeral. Casket. Tears. Only now that memory didn't feel so solid anymore. It felt scripted. Adam rummaged through the attic, pulling out old boxes, family albums, even VHS tapes. One box was taped shut more carefully than the rest. Inside were letters, old therapy records, a report card with a different last name, Nathan Sloan. Why a different name? Then he found it. A letter from a psychiatric institution dated nearly 20 years ago. It was from a doctor, addressed to Adam's father. The words made his blood run cold. Your son Nathan is showing severe signs of dissociation, compulsive mimicry, and identity confusion. We strongly advise long-term separation from Adam to avoid psychological damage to both children. His father had written "agree" at the bottom and signed it. The letter ended with a chilling sentence. If not treated appropriately, Nathan could become highly dangerous, especially to anyone he views as a replacement. Adam stumbled backward, the attic spinning around him. Nathan wasn't dead. He had been hidden, institutionalized, and now he was back. Adam drove straight to the police station with the footage in hand. He demanded to speak with Detective Harris. She didn't look pleased to see him, but when she watched the video, her posture shifted. Where did you get this? She asked. My hallway cam. I forgot we even had it. Why didn't this upload to our system when we pulled your home network? Adam hesitated. I use a second router. Off-grid. Emily was paranoid about privacy, so we set up a parallel one that isn't cloud-linked. Harris nodded slowly, her suspicion easing just a bit. So, you're saying this isn't you? It's not. But it's someone who wants to be. She sat back, staring at the paused footage. You have any enemies, Adam? None that I know of. Anyone who could want to ruin your life. He thought about the old letter, the hidden twin, the fake death. I think I have a brother. Detective Harris blinked. Excuse me. Adam explained everything. The childhood memory, the forgotten photos, the letter from the psychiatric facility. She didn't interrupt once. When he finished, she asked one question. Do you think he killed Emily? Adam's jaw clenched. I don't think. I know. Meanwhile, 1,000 miles away, in a dark motel room in Ohio, Nathan stared at himself in the mirror. Only it wasn't himself. It was Adam. He had practiced the smile. Voice. The exact way Adam ran his fingers through his hair. He had studied his brother for years, watching from a distance, learning his life, absorbing his habits. They thought locking him away would erase him. But he remembered everything. The day they told him he had to stop being Adam's shadow. The day they lied and said he drowned. The day they let Adam live the life he was supposed to have. So Nathan built his plan. He didn't want to just hurt Adam. He wanted to become him. And for a brief, glorious night, he had. Until that damn camera ruined everything. Back in town, Adam couldn't sleep. He barely ate. His entire life had become a waiting game. Waiting for the police to believe him. Waiting for Nathan to make another move. Waiting for the next blow to land. Then one night his phone buzzed. Message. From a blocked number. You took everything. Now I'll take it all back, piece by piece. Attached was a photo. Adam's parents' graves. Freshly dug up. Adam stared at the image on his phone. His parents' graves, freshly disturbed. 2 open holes in the dirt where there had once been peace. He couldn't breathe. He rushed to the cemetery before dawn, flashlight in hand, the mist clinging to the grass like a warning. The moment he arrived, his knees buckled. The photo wasn't staged. It was real. Both graves had been dug up, but not looted, just opened. Inside one coffin was a photo of Adam and Emily, torn in half. Only Emily's side remained. The other coffin held something worse. Black hoodie, a knife, and a mirror. Taped to the mirror were 6 words. We're not so different, are we? Adam's reflection stared back at him. His own face, but now every time he saw it, he couldn't help but picture Nathan's eyes instead. Cold. Calculating. This wasn't just about revenge. Nathan wanted to erase him. Adam took everything to Detective Harris. The photo, the gravesite, the message. And for the first time since it all began, she believed him fully. She put out an APB. They contacted the psychiatric facility. And what they found only confirmed Adam's worst fears. Nathan Sloan, born Nathan Keller, had escaped the facility 2 years earlier. He had been off the grid ever since. A ghost. Shadow. Disguising himself under different aliases, stealing identities, and learning everything about the man he blamed for stealing his life. And now Emily was gone. Adam's name was smeared. And Nathan was still out there. The only clue they had was a partial license plate from a blurry ATM camera near the hotel the night Emily was murdered. The vehicle was traced to a rental in Ohio. That's when Harris looked at Adam. You're the only one he wants to talk to, she said. You might be the only one who can draw him out. With a wire hidden beneath his shirt and 2 federal agents nearby, Adam walked into a train station in Cleveland, following coordinates Nathan had sent him through a burner number. The text had been simple. 1-on-1. Come alone. No police. Or someone else dies. Adam waited on the platform. The air was cold and still. Minutes passed like hours. Then, from the shadows he emerged. Same height. Same eyes. Same damn smirk. Nathan, Adam said, his voice shaking. No, Nathan replied. Adam, you don't get to say my name. Not after what you stole. I didn't even know you existed until days ago. Exactly, Nathan said, stepping closer. They buried me so deep in your shadow, I didn't even have a name. You got the birthdays, the hugs, the bedtime stories. I got pills, locked doors, and screaming in the dark. You killed Emily. No, Nathan snapped. You killed Emily. The moment you married her. She should have been mine. I watched her for months. She would have loved me. She already did. Until she saw the real me. Adam's stomach turned. She realized you weren't me. Nathan's jaw tensed. She screamed. I told her it would be quick. I made it painless. For her. Adam surged forward. But Nathan pulled a gun from his jacket. Careful, brother. You die and your story ends in shame. But if I die, I become the tragic victim. And you're still the monster. Then Nathan lifted the gun to his own head. No, Adam shouted. There's another way. You want to be seen. Let the world see you. Come in. You've already made your mark. Nathan hesitated. That's when the faint buzz in Adam's ear changed. Harris whispered. Now. From both ends of the platform, officers moved in. Nathan spun around, gun raised, shouting incoherently, and fired a single shot into the air. He didn't resist after that. Just stood there, smiling. Trial was swift. The footage, the DNA, the witness accounts. Nathan was declared mentally unfit to stand trial and was returned to the same psychiatric institution from which he had once escaped, this time under permanent lockdown. Adam cleared his name, but not his soul. Months later, Adam visited Emily's grave. He left behind a white rose and the photo Nathan had tried to desecrate, restored and taped back together, his side and hers. He sat on the bench beside the grave for hours, watching the clouds roll by. The world had moved on, but he hadn't. Not really. Not when every mirror still whispered the same question. What if it had been me? Because in some twisted universe it could have been. Nathan didn't just look like Adam. He was him. Just broken by the dark. And now, every time Adam looked in the mirror, he no longer just saw himself. He saw a warning. The end.